Many of you are struggling to grind in Forza Horizon 5, and although the car upgrades are cheap in the game, the cars themselves are not. Some are expensive, and the problem is, we're not dealing with 10 or 50 cars here, we're dealing with more than 800 cars, so it's a real struggle for every player to grind and buy all the cars. Something else that adds to our problems here is the fact that the prices in the auction in Forza Horizon 5 are actually worse than the prices on the auto show. If you remember, in Forza Horizon 4, the common and rare cars were cheaper in the auction to buy comparing to their price on the auto show. Back then, we used to make custom routes in the highway to trick AI and win high prizes so easily, or even play normally in a 5-lap Goliath race, but none seemed to be working in Forza Horizon 5. Do you remember when we used to buy the 93 Porsche and get credits using the skill points we've earned? It was also doable with the Forza Edition M6 by drifting at the airstrip. They were the best skill point and credit farms back then, but there's nothing like that anymore. We used to have cars like those in the early days when the game was out, but after a few updates, they patched them all. They even changed the amount of credits earned by custom events, made based on high-paying races like the Goliath. Now we can grind for anything in the game. And yes, there are some glitches that change in each update, some are working and some are fake, but the ones that work, they get you in trouble, and you'll probably get banned using them. But let's go back to when the problems started to emerge. Nowadays, all the companies are working on and care about is how can they earn more money. Unfortunately, it's a fact. It's sad, but we have to accept it. Imagine making a good game, selling it for a fair price, and then, instead of improving the game or work more on your next title so people don't say, oh, here's another game exactly like the last one, only with a new map, they only think about what can we do to force poor players to put their hands in their pockets and give us more money. How about we start working on 360-degree wheel rotation or interior customization, huh?
No. How about we release a new update, introducing the car voucher feature?
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Now players can pay actual money to buy the cars they've missed in the previous seasons. They don't have to wait forever in the auction and pay hefty prices for those cars. That's a win-win. Great idea.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
Then what?
Car vouchers. To buy the cars from the auto show with real money.
But sir, what's the point of that? They can already buy them using the in-game credits which they can earn so easily, so why do they have to spend real money to buy them?
Who said they can earn money easily? I've had developers working on new updates to eradicate all ways to earn money in the game and ban all accounts using glitches, including those we're selling.
Sadly, it's true. At first, when it wasn't about money, they didn't actually care. But now that it got more serious, they started working day and night to make it hard to make money in the game. And the moment you realize this, you will forget about looking for glitches, just like me. The game still has lots of gameplay glitches that you can take advantage of, but at the end, you won't get paid. And instead of fixing them, what they did was to stop all gameplay mechanics from paying you, which shows where their attention actually is. They just don't want you to earn in-game currency anymore, only to have you pay for it, and unfortunately it's not gonna stop as long as they can think of new ways to make us spend more money. It's gonna remain the same. And I'm not only talking about the vouchers. That's just one side of the problem. I'm talking about all of that new stuff they come up with every time and all requires some sort of payment. But the game remains the same. Do you get new challenges, new races, new events? No. No innovations at all. I hope we hear something about Forza Horizon 6 soon, and most of all, I hope we hear about some real changes about the game. I mean, if everything is still like Forza Horizon 3, then it won't even worth buying the game itself, let alone the vouchers and the car packs. And I know that this wasn't a tutorial or some fun video for you to watch, but I feel like sharing this experience I'm having lately with the money-craving companies. I've been playing Forza for years, and it's hard for me to see where the game is going. As a guy who loves racing games, I know that there are not too many options for me on the table to choose from. We have the crew with its own problems, Zeta, Corsa and BeamNG, which are amazing, but they also have issues, and then there's nothing else, and that's the point. If racing games are dying one by one, each for a reason, then what am I left with to play?